Hola, and welcome back to Kevin in the Beam. Now, I'm tired today, so this gonna be, I want to say, a more routine episode, as in we might just do some like grinding delivery missions type stuff. And I got a fair bit of, I guess, what we'd call technical things to talk about. So that won't leave too much time for psych chat, if that's not what you about. By technical, I mean I actually looked up the Ford Transits to try to understand the van we've been driving. So did a little bit of my own research, did a little bit of AI. In my own research, well, I learned a little bit, and then I went to the AI, learned a couple things that I clearly didn't understand. And in the same mindset, the AI fed me some bullshit. AI does that, but also I asked questions from a place of not understanding the subject matter well enough to ask good questions. As the AI does, it assumes that I knew something that it didn't and gave me like theoretical answers that were just wrong. Primarily, the point of discussion where I don't understand shit and the AI giving bad answers comes down, well, not comes down to, school bus. Focuses on the transmission options here. So the point that I didn't understand, these Ford vans were not offered with automatic transmissions. So, also, I did a lot of testing off camera. I thought about recording it, but it was literally just me on the Utah map in free roam, taking different versions of this van up that hill. Very, very repetitive content. So I didn't record that. It was just me trying to understand how different engine and transmission choices perform. I really wish it would stop looking up. That is the other point of discussion for this video, is I've done some research on what I'm gonna, well, yeah, what I'd replace this controller with if I decide I need to do that. We'll get back to that topic. This automatic transmission is not even remotely designed for the diesel engine. Like, sure, you could put it in there and drive it. However, that transmission is for this V8. Like, I'm assuming it's a BMW engine. I don't know. It's definitely a sports car engine. And the reason I say that is because the transmission will absolutely not upshift under any circumstance other than bouncing off the red line. And it'll downshift as soon as humanly possible. Complete garbage with the diesel engines. I learned the 2.2s and the 2.4s. Pretty much, yeah, you do have identical curves, torque, and horsepower as far as the rating, which is this number here, goes. Other than the fact the 2.4s have a higher red line, 4,500 instead of 4,000. I don't know what benefit that has. Also, the whole reason there's these choices is because this van is available in front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive. We're talking the real-life van back when it was new. It is about a 2006-7 era car. So the rear-wheel and all-wheel drive vans, for the most part, got the 2.4s. The front-wheel drives got the 2.2s. I don't know. I'll assume the 2.2s cost more because it's the same thing in a more compact format. The primary difference between all these seems to just be the turbo and the turbo tuning. So, yeah. There's not very many trims that offered the 3.2 engine. So the standard engines are the 2.2s and 2.4s. So one thing the AI got completely wrong is it said the 2JZ and the V8 would be trash for this van. Because he was like, ooh, diesel engines have more torque than petrol engines. It's like, yes, but these are bigger engines and they're good engines. So they're actually quite good. And driving around with those on the Utah map, yeah, this vehicle isn't built for handling. You very quickly overwhelm every other element of the car once you actually have some horsepower and torque in it. So that, it's meant for this small diesel engines. Would you stop looking up? Cut it out. Look, if I'm not in the menu, I don't believe it does it. I'm shaking the controller around. I'm doing all kinds of shit. So I think what's going on with that whole looking up thing is that once I open the menu, it disables the ability to look around. And it locks in whatever the latest command was on the analog stick. So if I'm not touching any of the sticks and I open the menu like I just did, in theory it'll stop looking up. So let's test that out. Also, that one of the other major things I learned about with these vans is there's a pretty strict ceiling on how much cargo they can actually haul weight-wise. And I've dramatically reduced that capability by putting on this armored car frame. Actually, you can use the camera to look around when you're in the menu. And now it's looking up. I don't know. So, I mean, we're going to acknowledge that we did something dumb, but I like doing things that are dumb. I mean, this whole van was supposed to be a let's annoy Kevin car anyway, like, I wanted something that I got annoyed at, like the sluggish transmission and the engine, but the car was still capable, like, it's a whole thing. Don't ask about it unless you want the psych talk. I just wanted to experience sluggishness. Let's say that. It's good enough. I always have my reasons. So we might swap the types of cargo box around. I'm going to leave the crazy body on it because that would be expensive to fix anyway. There's not a lot we can change in here. I mean, we could switch over to the super transmission. It's a bad decision, but it would make the car a little more interesting. And we're going to put the stock supercharger back on. There's no reason to have the upgraded one. I was thinking of downgrading the engine. As I said, the AI is all like, the gas engines are going to have less torque, and the torque won't be in the lower end of the RPM band. It's like, yeah, sure, basic theory of gas versus diesel, but these engines do have good torque from the go, and they actually have a very flat torque curve, so they don't have any such issues. I think we're going to leave the van in front-wheel drive, and again acknowledge that's a pretty much unrealistic, dumb combo with the bulked up back of the vehicle and heavier cargo. That would definitely be more of a rear wheel or all-wheel drive trim of this. And do I want to put that one back in? We'll leave it alone for the moment. We can always swap it around more later. let's play with the 4-speed instead of the 6-speed. You know, just get something a little niche going on here. Yeah, the main thing I didn't understand about diesel engines is that, well, diesel engines and manual transmissions as a whole, it is that the red line isn't your shift point. I mean, I already knew that as far as fuel efficiency goes. I understood that. But also as far as performance goes. Anything diesel, anything with turbo, may well be tuned that you want to shift significantly before the red line to maximize capability. So I'm guessing the whole reason they give you that space after the red line is just for convenience, that you can be lazy and not have to constantly shift. Makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you. And that's pretty much the game with these engines. Like, obviously, in real life, if you wanted the more powerful ones, you pay more. The weaker ones are going to be fine for a lot of delivery work, especially anything that doesn't leave the city. But you're going to be shifting more to stay within the useful range. The bulkier ones have more of a flat torque curve. So it's like, yeah, you can haul more cargo, but they're also laziness enablers. Which is where I'm tempted to go back to a small one, because it's more interesting. The only ones that have finicky torque curves here are the 115s. The real life Transit had even smaller engines. There was like 85s. But, you know, I guess the modder decided that no one wanted something that slow, so we didn't get it. I mean, if I'm talking about it, I might as well swap it back to one of those. We'll put the 2.4 in, why not? Like I said, performance between the sizes is identical. You get a higher red line, but the usefulness of the torque curve caps out around 3K in both of them. So I don't know what really the difference is between one going to 4K and one going to 4.5. It's just more range you probably don't want to use. Maybe it's better on the highway for top speed. I don't know. That'll be the whole next discussion, is what kind of deliveries do we actually want to do with this van? Do we want to stick in the city? Do we want to go around the map? We'll figure it out. I don't know why we have the sport muffler in here. That's silly, honestly. Alright, well, if that's where the extended one comes out, where does the sport one come out? It just goes straight. Whatever. Put the stock part back on. Leave it front wheel drive. Silly build. As for how much weight we're going to be putting in here, do we need the heavy duty shocks and springs? The lift that comes with that is both a curse and a blessing. I think we leave it alone for now until we've decided what we actually want to put in there. I was going to say there's an argument to upgrading the brakes, but we really haven't run into too much problem with that. So we already have disc brakes. I didn't really pay attention to this in my testing. I mean, we'll upgrade it if we feel we need to. I was going to say we can change out the rims. Maybe all we want to do is put on some hubcaps. I'm not actually sure that's going to work. Okay, that doesn't work. Just mod things. Michelin tires, or whatever that. I mean, are they Michelin Standard and the Michelin Sport? They're 75, so they're bulky tires, giving us that higher center of gravity again. I think we customize a couple things here. We can swing back to this kind of stuff if we really feel like it. Vaguely feel like taking the DHL thing off. You know, this is basically an armored van. You know, I want to figure out where the gold mission is. I want to move some gold around. That sounds fun. What the hell is that? Get that off of there. The fact we don't have a heavy duty sway bar is kind of funny. Yeah, there's a lot of options in here I just wasn't paying any attention to. So we'll pay a little more attention. But this is supposed to just be a chill video. I mean, obviously the heavy dutiness is predominantly in the back of the vehicle, you know. There's only so much you get a heavy duty the front. It's not where the cargo go. There's no engine management. I mean, realistically, I do want a diesel that's an automatic. So I don't know how long the van will be staying with us. Considering the speed I'm moving today, it'll probably survive this episode. But no guarantees. Let's sell a couple of those parts. We'll leave the engine in the garage, or leave the old transmission in the garage. You might want to swap those back in. Let's do some driving. And by driving, I mean hop in the car, ready to go somewhere. And then hop on your phone. There's the looking up again. Yeah, we'll get to the controller discussion. Don't you worry. I don't know why I went up that time. Look, if I don't have a menu open, it's fine. No, it's not. Okay. I mean, what provokes it to look up? Like there's gotta just be a dead sound setting. The reason this is psyching me out is because it was doing it in a different game, which I think I already talked about in the previous episode. If I could just up the dead zone a tiny bit, then we wouldn't have a problem. It's very irritating. I don't know how old this controller is, really. Oh, we can switch the order of the cameras. We can turn off the standard driver one. Oh, great. Well, we're fixing one issue. Did I drag? How do I... Y button no work. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Reset the order. That removed a bunch of things, and I don't know what it removed. Not loving that, but yeah, at least we're down to just 2 cameras. Yeah, solving one thing that didn't annoy us enough to cause it a problem, or call it a problem, whatever. I mean, this is where I would expect the dead zone to be. It's annoying because I can't get like a... Oh no, that's definitely drifting. Ah, if I just tap my hand on it, it goes back. Okay. I need to be shopping controllers. What if I hold it upside down? What does it do? Oops, I hit a button. Now I'm like, is this something I can just troubleshoot? I mean, I know Xbox controllers are the low end of quality. Let's get out from under there. I'm holding the controller upside down. Let's see what it does. Because it's like, how come when I shake it around, it doesn't do it? Like, what causes it? Like, it must get like just out of the joint. I'm linking it back to my medical, my loosey goosey joints. Maybe that's why I want to fix the controller. Maybe I'm relating to it. No, I'm not. I just don't. Can't be arsed to read a million controller reviews and figure out the right one. I found a nice yellow one. I don't know. I might just get that. Alright, I guess we're having the controller discussion now. It's forced itself on us. Yeah, I was going to say that I didn't think I actually had a stick problem here, but it got me thinking about getting a new controller. And the rationale for getting one, if I didn't fully need it, would be to try to get something lighter weight. Because, my hand always going numb when I'm driving. Not going to redo the discussion about my weird ergonomic setup, but laying in bed on my side, awkward using controllers at times. Yeah, you can kind of pop the sticks up. Like, you hear that snap? That's the left one. Because there's a button, clicking these in, but you can click them up away from the button. I'm not sure you're supposed to be able to do that. I think the right one pops. Yeah, it's got a couple levels of pop that aren't the button. So I don't know that that's a feature. I know that some brands sell thumbsticks that are taller and shorter, but that just feels like some slop in the design. I think that's what got me. It's not doing it when it's upside down, so not a software problem. That's what that means. So yeah, excuse for getting a new controller would be to get something lighter weight or more interesting aesthetic, which for me just means obnoxious. So found the bright yellow controller, found a bright orange one. They got extra buttons. I'm like, hey, that's cool. I can put that to use too. The other thing that it would really sell me in a controller is better rumble functionality, get more feedback for these driving games, but that'll take a lot of review reading to try to figure that out. Why is this back here again? I know there was only 2 of those. Game being tricky. Well, this works now. Never mind, it worked for a second. Oh, Beam. There we go. Wacky ass game. Yeah, and you mean Kevin Engineering was like, hey, like if I want the experience of a new controller that's lighter, I could just rip the batteries out, use it wired, buy like a $10 USB cable and call it an upgrade. Say, oh, I spent my money, I got my money's worth. It's definitely reading on the control that the stick is drifting. So, okay, the stick's drifting. Let's push down on it. Give it a minute, see if it drifts again. Look how much that's moving around. Like, I'm holding it still against my arm. So all that is just like me breathing and talking that's adjusting that. And the left to right axis isn't drifting. It's just the thumb RY. So yeah, I'll just buy a controller. Not a big deal. Not going to get one of the fancy ones unless there's a really good argument for it. But fancy is going to mean heavy. I don't know. It's like pushing down on that helped because it doesn't always drift. So what if I pop it back up? I mean, what if I pop the left one up? Huh? Can I make it drift? Yeah, we're going to pop the right one up. It definitely responded to that. And I put it back on my arm. Both of the sticks are in that like popped up position. Is this quality content? I mean, I guess I'm showing you a way to diagnose if your controller needs replacing. That I just thought up like a minute ago. And now it's not acting up. So I'll pop the sticks up as much as possible. Accidentally close the menu. Great. Fun. It's reading a thing even though I haven't touched the sticks yet. So that actually is helpful. Because the buttons don't register until you interact with them for the first time. Like if I barely hit left thumbstick, but it registered as it was supposed to. And there's no left and right drift on the stick. It's just up and down. Just up, actually. I don't think it's ever drifted down. Now I'm going to get to the point where I'm questioning, like, it's a problem, but is it worth spending the money? It's like, spend the fucking money. I'm not broke. I've been downgrading my audio system over the years because it's not like I can appreciate high quality audio with all my brain and whatever injuries. I didn't go crazy with the computer upgrades the last couple I've done, so we can say I saved the cash for a controller. That's fine. I should sell some of the stupid keyboards I bought when I can't even use a keyboard. Alright, well, if it starts drifting, I'll just push down on the stick really hard. Sure, whatever. And I'll get a controller whenever I get around to it. I'm going to check around and see if there's any good used options. I have a friend who's got controllers like I got keyboards, so. Only problem is I know my friend doesn't have the same obnoxious taste in colors, so we'll see. Might be a way I can, what's the word? Negotiate a good price that leaves room for getting like an obnoxious faceplate or something for it. Yeah, okay. Logistics work. I know there's gold in here somewhere. That is what we are looking for. I don't know if I'm a high enough level to haul it. I'm going to guess the bank is where the gold is. Boxes of coins. Bricks of cash. I mean, that's all just as interesting. Huh. Problem is, what's a material? So we want the aggregate box if we do this. I want to know where the gold bars were, because I know I saw them at one point. And I don't know what level this requires. which is annoying. I mean, we'll find a job. It's just a matter of where. You see, you do have gold bars. Okay, they just didn't have them when I was there before. Oh, there's no destinations. It may be this isn't fully implemented. Am I a high enough level to do that now? Because I feel like we need to get, not justice, but closure on this. I mean, it's an aggregate thing, too, so we'll just put the other boxes in the back, and that'll be the kind of work we're doing right now. I don't know how heavy that stuff's going to get, you know. And I consider this thing a pickup truck as far as how much weight you really should be putting in the back. It's not, it's hardly a big truck. It's the lower end of medium duty, perhaps. Yeah. So we'll leave the heavy duty suspension and all that stuff on. Don't cancel that. Yeah, we're half hour in. We haven't even left the driveway. Isn't that great? My content's getting more podcast-like by the day, we should say. Where that's sketchy. I guess we'll drive over there proper. You know, we're not gonna try to sneak our way through the sewer. Yeah, that went obscenely bad last time. I don't know how this new transmission is going to be treating us either. So see what I mean about the torque curve there on that graph? You're already, by 3K, you're basically down to idle range. It's like, yeah, sure, it's fine if you don't have any cargo. But when you do, then it's bad. Real bad. I mean, honestly, I don't know what difference there is between manual gearboxes other than the number of gears. Like, these are things that I learn and then I forget because I'm just not a very technical kind of person, you know. I know there's like the final gear ratio that determines the top speed of the last gear, and the other gears all have ratios. Like, I guess determine the top speed for their gears, but I don't really understand how that relates to like acceleration from 0 through the end of first gear and so on. So, I'm assuming that this is definitely a better vehicle with more gears, especially with cargo. I mean, that's why the semi trucks all have a ton of gears. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, van engine like this, not particularly meant to be getting up to highway speeds. Yeah, it's not what it's designed for. I mean, you can with the right engine. So we haven't lifted this thing anymore, have we? Just wanna be sure we know what we're doing down here. This guy's gonna be at what level, like 30 or something, isn't he? I know this is just gonna cost us money in repair bills. But I can't even give up. We're not even gonna be able to squeeze to the pickup point. This is so dumb. I'm gonna get out and walk and go check the level. If we can pick it up, then we can figure out how to get down here and back out of here, you know? Is this van not fitting under this pipe without a fair bit of damage? Yeah, stick drift. Yeah, I am a high enough level now. I don't. It says density 13 something pounds. I'm guessing that's per liter. But hell if I know how many liters I can put in my truck. Yeah, if I can check the weight of different materials, I want to know how obscene this whole situation is weight-wise. Like, I mean, the factory itself has some materials. Pays 2. Oh, really, this one gives me pounds, and then that one gives me kilograms. Gonna have to kill your grams. The ash weighs less. I know it requires a higher level, and I don't know if I've reached that level. Cement is heavy. There's no way we're doing cement in this. What material do you have? I mean, a lot of them have hazardous fluid. You have just water. I don't know how many liters fit in the van, though, so I can't do any intelligent calculations. Box. How the hell am I supposed to weight or figure out the size of box and whatever? What? Non-standard measurements. Lime? Why is limelight? Huh. I mean, I don't know anything about materials, but gasoline, that would be a reasonable. Diesel, water. Oh, hazardous fluid probably requires the fluid tanks. Maybe that's more along the line of what this vehicle should be doing than solids. The fertilizer's not too bad. Alright, we'll try to get this thing down here. We got what we need. It should lower this thing. So yeah, it's not intended to be an off-road vehicle in any way, but kind of just got lifted by the nature of having heavy-duty parts on it. Oh, we scraping. Please don't make me damage the van in order to get in there. Oh. That's not a happy van. It hasn't made the sounds of damage yet. Dude, come on, I'm in here. I'm in your sketchy pickup. Why is he not recognizing I'm here? There we go. Alright, yeah, stick drift, whatever. Get out of here. So we can fit 800 liters. Let's do some math. Told you this would be the technical stream. You get math or you get psych. Pick your poison. 800 times 13.23. At least we don't have to do any conversions. That's pretty heavy. Uh-oh. I don't think we're going to be loading both of these boxes. Alright, I'm pulling up I'll just show you what I'm doing. The third generation Ford Transit Wikipedia page. Oh yeah, you want to see the controller I'm looking at? I bet you hate it. And this was just me trying to figure out the weight of a controller. Yeah, guess what? I was doing the weight of controller not calculations, but just comparing. And now I'm over like doing weight calculations. Great. So apparently the engine in these vans made it into a Jaguar X type. It's pretty niche. But what we're here for is to look at the payload capacity, which may or may not actually be on Wikipedia. I don't remember where that was. Here's a list of engines. So, I mean, the weak ones didn't make it into the game. I'm glad what did make it in here. Payload not here. Or I'm blind. Both are possible. Yeah, I mean, we can wing it, but I know I looked this up the other day. Or I was just messing around in Beam with different payloads. I'm not actually sure. But I know with Beam I had like 3,600 kilograms, and that was bad. The van was not happy with that. And we looking at another 3,000 pounds. Oh, that's bad. There was a cargo payload that was only 24. It was happy with that. That seems to be within tolerance. I mean, what are normal payloads? Like, not your standard pickup truck, but like an F-150 or something could do something like that, right? Maybe with some of the heavy duty parts on it. Just a second. Yeah, I don't want you creeping on my bookmarks. But here's auto data. So let's see if we can get Ford Transit payload out of here. Transit Connect is not the same vehicle. But I guess I'm curious enough what their payload is. Let's go for the older one. Pick some equivalent horsepower. And wait. So think that means the standard smaller one is good for up to like 2,000 something pounds. Just under 2,000. His gross weight is like fully loaded, right? Where curb weight is like empty vehicle. I believe that's how it works. There's really no curb weight on here, or gross weight. That was a mistype. I mean, we can go from one of the other generations. I don't need to be precise about this. E-Transit's good for up to about 3,900 LB. In fact, that was tolerable in Beam. With the heavy-duty suspension. It may not be something available in the real vehicle. In the US, blah, 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 blah. All US versions are sold the gross weight of 9,500 LB. Of course, this is like the electric one, so that's the absolute least useful thing I could have found here. It's like the electric van itself isn't about that heavy. Lifted transit. Transit trail. Limousine transit. Yeah, it's niche. But it's not what we're looking for. So we'll just flip Wikipedia the middle finger and look it up ourselves. Ford Transit gross. Is that going to be good enough, or are we going to get people on Reddit who have unusual disgust for these? I mean, we'll assume the 20-year-old one is just as capable as the new one. That makes sense. Right? It'll be fine. We'll assume the gross weight has absolutely nothing to do with the engine. Yeah, we just care about what the frame and all that stuff can take. Suspension. I would like gross. There's no gross on this page. How about cargo? There's a lot of cargo on this page. Is any of it useful? I don't know. How do you like these kind of dumb technical learning researchy type videos versus the near manic ranting? I do love myself a good manic rant, but you know what I like more than that? Variety. Yeah, what's this? Here we go. It's just abbreviated. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, we only looking at what's available in the American market because that's what came up first. So you don't see any of the front wheel drive options. We don't see any of the 4-cylinder options. Lucky us. So, I mean, they all look about the same. They're all good for, if we average, nah, don't average it. Grab the smallest number. 9,250. Gross weight is assuming the weight of the vehicle itself plus cargo, though. So that's not saying load up 9,000 pounds into the van. I mean, I'm dumb, but let's be deliberate if we're going to be dumb and, not just do it. And don't haul trailers over 5,000 pounds. What's this number? You have multiple numbers and you didn't specify. Oh, those are passenger vans. Well, I mean, sometimes we do dumb things deliberately. And look, these have numbers that are probably actually just telling us the max payload. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd rather be dumb reading the manual than dumb skipping reading the manual and just doing something, I refuse to be embarrassed. You want some psych talk out of me? I don't really feel very many negative emotions, so I was literally talking to the AI about that. I'm like, I really need a way to like de-incentivize myself, but I find negative emotions fascinating because I don't feel them very often. So it's like, if I provoke something with a story or a game, I'm just like, cool. It's like, I really need a way to not have to learn things the hard way myself. Like, like if something bad happens to a character in a game or a movie, I don't want to be like, cool. I want to like integrate that I shouldn't do that. And the AI is basically like, I mean, I don't know. Like, do you get bored? Maybe boredom is something that would discourage you from doing something. You just train yourself that things that are bad for you are boring. Actually, that does work. AI thinking outside the box over there. And now you know why we're trying to build a slow van. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, good luck figuring out what trying to make myself bored with Beam.NG is supposed to teach me. I'm not trying to teach myself to not play Beam.NG. It's not that. No. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not even sure I fully remember what I'm trying to do anymore, so don't worry about it if you can't figure it out. Yeah, we're sitting around 3,200 pounds max payload. The ones with the bigger engines, much bigger engines. We're using a regular wheelbase in Beam. Not that that seems to matter to the payload. So, I mean, I'm comfortable going a bit over that. We're not actually breaking anything in real life. And this is regular leaf springs, not the heavy duty. Ignore that. Oh yeah, and we technically we should be subtracting the bank vault like body we put on the van that's dramatically adding to its weight. Huh. How about we add like 3,600 pounds and call it a day? Yeah, because we already straining the vehicle in every which way possible. So if I needed to cut that down to 35, then No, it doesn't fit very much in the van now, does it? Like, I don't know, we'll do like 122 and 135. Give me 250. How about 260 liters? 260 times 13.23. Hey, we can go a little more than that. Hey, how about 270? So 13.23 times 270. 35. We're trying to get to 3,600. Thereabouts. How about 275? That good enough? I want to just like back up a number, but it doesn't seem to do it the way I'm thinking it should be doing it. Ah, that's good enough. We'll do that. Not cool. Hit the wrong button. I put you on pause. There we go. You're keeping me well distracted from making AI music, by the way, so. Oh, this job doesn't pay well at all. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that suspension go. Well, it made a good call not putting more of it in here. And hey, look, we don't have to hit the pipes now. So, that solves that. You think we got more chance of getting back up there in reverse or in forward? Not a happy van. But, I think it's less likely to flip, baby. We seem to have bottomed out the tire. Oh, and that one's in the air. I put my tires in the air sometimes. Oh, don't break that wheel. We're in a bad situation right now. We have an LSD, so we got a little bit of chance of getting up there if we figure out how to do it properly. I think we're going to have to go out this way. Or figure out a way to get a run up. I mean, even this is just sketch. Should not take this job. I mean, how bad is it when we're flat? We haven't tweaked it, right? I really don't want this thing broken already. I can't get this turned without the wheel going in the air, and can we fit under those pipes? Is this whole thing just being dumb right now? Yeah. Alright, so once the car goes in, we can fit under the pipes. Backing up. Backing up. Backing up. High clutch temperature. I stopped spinning the tires, though. Does it just not like going in reverse? Or is it because we put the Supra transmission in here and then loaded it up full of cargo? Oh. Yeah, diesel engines are going to have more cooling. Well, not necessarily diesel, but cargo specific clutches. Yeah, they're going to be a lot better able to take on weight, torque. The torque of this engine isn't even actually as high as the 2JZ, whatever you call it. So the torque isn't the problem here. It's the resistance. So we're going to have to floor this and hope for the best. Oh, it wasn't so bad. Right? Oh. Yeah, it was that bad. It was as bad as it sounded. I don't think this job is even going to cover that. We got scammed. By scammed, I mean we shouldn't have brought this vehicle for this work. It don't fit down here. It don't fit very much cargo. I don't know that we're going to be able to get up this little hill. The clutch is already overheating again. Oh, I don't want to pay the fine of not being able to deliver. Or pay for a new transmission. I mean, yeah, because the game doesn't let you customize the vehicle unless you repair it. So it's not like we can just put the other one back in and dump this one. That sucks. We'll figure it out. Just need to... No. That's not doing any good either. Oh. Hey, you notice those weights down over there by the power curves? I think we're over our gross weight by a lot. This van far heavier than it's supposed to be. Oh, no. I mean, there was a super heavy duty spring option. I mean, maybe that would have helped, but I'm not sure that's the entirety of our problems. Trying the same thing over and over, I mean, it's not necessarily going to bring the same result. You saw that it almost flipped. We might get a worse result. Oh, we're running low on gas. Should have checked that too. Well, we're learning stuff today. The hard way. Is flooring it at the other side a different tactic? I'm trying to... I mean, the good thing this isn't rear-wheel drive, because the drive line would have been destroyed by now, right? Oh, no. Trying to think. This isn't even the only difficult spot in getting out of here. That's what makes the problem worse. Yeah, the clutch overheats the second I start driving. That's not promising at all. Alright. One problem solved. Haven't lost any side mirrors yet either. That's pretty good. I don't know what's going to happen when the clutch dies. It's going to. Where's the delivery? Oh. All the way over there. This job really doesn't pay well enough. Can't we just dump it on the beach or something else? Like, or just in the sewer? I guess not. First gear's getting a lot of use today. Not entirely convinced we'll be going fast enough to get out of first. No, we will. Here we go. Here's the second gear. I'm just hoping the clutch will have a chance to cool a little bit at speed and get some airflow on it. I mean, it's going to be struggling the most trying to get me started from a full stop, right? And no, we're not even trying to get out over there. We're going for the real ramp. Yeah. Well, I mean, this thing's a lot more planted and grounded when it's weighed down. So that's good. You always gotta look for the silver linings. The silver linings. The tires are inflated enough, which is good. See, the clutch isn't complaining anymore. Which, you know, either means it's happy or it's too late. Let's try to get some more acceleration out of this thing. Yeah, we need to shift down if we want any chance of getting up this ramp. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we put the small engine in here. Imagine if we were able to go all the way down to the 85. Oof. We would be paying for the arrogance immensely. It's a nice green. It's the color of money in the car of money. I respect that. I don't know what you doing rocking at the intersection like that. Aggregate. Should I have the mystery liquid just like right there next to my seat like that? Probably not. Unhealthy decision. Oh, don't you worry about the speed camera. It's fine. It should be an achievement to get caught speeding this loaded down like that. I mean, we should figure out just how heavy this thing is before we dump the cargo out. And then find a more suitable job for it. Or a more suitable vehicle. Either or. Seem to have boats, buses, and Bentleys on the street today. And then just Cadillacs in general. Boats, buses, Bentleys. I know I could make a song out of that, but let's wait for better inspiration. You're broken down. Huh. Are Bentleys unreliable? I don't know. That's probably one of those if you have to ask questions. People with Bentley money don't worry about breakdowns. That just means surprise vacation. Hop on a plane, go somewhere new with cars in the shop. It's island time. You know, I'm starting to dread that even boredom might not be a negative emotion for me. Or that Beam can't inspire boredom. I know I can feel boredom and hate boredom. Yeah, this 4-speed transmission is showing its weakness. There's not a good gear for me right now. I mean, they're... Okay, that's not actually under the power band. It's perfect. The engine's just slow. I was going to say there wasn't a gear that was right in the middle of it. You know, it was before and after, but... In theory, that's why having a low number of gears is bad. I'm not sure it's going to really matter with just the overall wrongness of everything else we're doing here. What happened to that guy? Someone driving a little too fast. Try loading your car full of mysterious liquids. That'll slow you right down. Uh, How do I get down there? Well, you got a ladder on your car. Go right? No, it's not gonna be that way. How do I get down there? No, I guess the GPS helping us out. We're good. Yeah, I mean, if I want to bore myself, I'll just keep doing the same delivery missions. Like, repetition is what pisses me off more than anything else. You're redoing stuff. It's not necessarily slowness that bothers me. I feel like it would only be proper to back into this. We better be able to get up on those rocks. Did we skip past neutral? That's fine. We didn't break the transmission. Don't even worry about it. It's perfectly fine. See, the front wheel drive is an asset here, too. Just gonna go on, open them back doors up, take a dump out the back. Minus bonuses. What are you rating me on? What do they get annoyed about? My parking. Can't even be annoyed because this is the one job where they'd be like, you didn't dump it out, you get a little bit on the edge. So it's the one job where the parking might actually matter. So fine. Take criticism. You know he did thousands of dollars of damage to this thing. It's probably like 20-something thousand. It's always 20-something thousand. And the door don't even close. Why did we have to open it? Oh, I didn't check the weight. Yeah, well. What does it weigh currently? About 2,000. Go 1,500. 3,500 in the front. 5,500. Like 7,800. Alright, so with this bank thing on it, we're already at 700-800 pounds. with no cargo. I'm back on that Ford website. I want to know what these things themselves weigh. See if I can find this quick enough that I don't feel guilty for not swapping the camera over. So I know I'm looking at like a 20-year newer one, so I'm just trying to get a general feel of it. Not a clue. Because I can subtract the payload from the gross. Sure, why not? Here's one, 8670 gross minus a payload of 3460 something. So the van itself would weigh 5,200 pounds. Cool. So we've added a couple thousand pounds just with the body we put on this. Or the old van's just weighed more. Mix of both of those things. What are you doing down here? That better not be a cop. No illegal dumping happening here, sir. That was a little bit of a drift without using the handbrake. Cool. Alright, we're gonna stop here and look at our phone. You're not behind us. Fine. Where can I find some work out on the island? Sort. Yeah, by distance. Oh, that's nice. It actually has that functionality. So the thing we just emptied weighed like 12 some pounds per liter. Of course, this stuff's in kg. Oh, fertilizer is 0.9 kg pound. No, no. Stupid math. 0.5 is about 1.1 pounds, so that's easy enough to figure out. But was it 0.5 or was it 0.9? I already forgot. It was 0.9. Well, so much for easy math. Yeah, about 2 pounds. Okay. So we could put 1,500 liters. That actually allows us to fill the boxes, wouldn't it? It's not bad. Soil doesn't pay as much but weighs more. That's interesting. It's probably because it's not going based on video game logic. It's just... Damn. Route me over there. Swamp gas. Sounds unpleasant. Let's try not to crash into any school buses today. And we appear to be in neutral. I sure am good at switching into neutral accidentally. Why that school bus in the way? Hey, that's an automatic diesel vehicle, isn't it? Excuse me, sir. I don't expect to be buying a school bus. I'm sure we could do some great taxi missions with that, but... I'm kind of on this meta right now. I don't know if the game counts passenger weight. I'm assuming so. There's so much attention to detail with everything else here. We're still not making it out of second gear very well. I don't know if you can blame the transmission for that. Probably. Let's blame it anyway. I see you in my blind spot. I see my red line. This engine doesn't do a good job complaining when it's at the red line. Usually you can hear a little bit of strain in engines. GPS, where are we going? I think I need that lane. Excuse me. Rude. Hope I'm going the right way. Who? Nope. I was going the right way. So how much of our issues with that job do you think relate to the suspension? Huh, you have to pick the destination before you pick it up? Wait, what? That looks like I'm taking a contract to go pick it up at those places. Oh, it tells you the pounds here. You only have to fine, whatever. You show the kg in one menu and show the pounds in the other. Yo, got that damn European phone. So, why would somebody choose the soil? That's what I'm wondering. I see no advantage to soil. It just weighs more. Whatever. How come this can't just tell me the weight? Uh, oh yeah, it fills my boxes. It's just not all that they have. So alright, it's around 2. I know we're doing a large enough quantity that the rounding is really not the right way to do it, but I'm putting about 3,600 pounds in it, which isn't that kind of what we had last time? Let me pull up the calculator again. Let's make sure we don't just do exactly the same thing from before. I'm trying to remember the numbers we had last time. We basically put it around 36, didn't we? Oh. That's gross. Yeah, the damn fort site. I had already closed it and everything. Now we got back open again. I gotta try to figure out what the hell I'm even doing. Yeah, we're basically just doing the same shit again. It's like, I can't even not learning that lesson. I mean, let's try and even like 3,000. So it's like we gotta take out is 150. I got too many numbers in my head right now. There's like 3 of them. It's messing with me. So yeah, 1600 times 2 is, that's only 3200. So I only need to remove 50 worth to get down to 3000. Right? So I'm gonna do 1550 times 2. That's 3100. All right, well, what if it's 1550 times 1.98? 3069. Great. 1525. Nope. 1500 times 1.98. Yeah, almost. You need a little more than that. 1525. Kevin going crazy with math over here. No. About 1515 is what we need. I mean, this thing will nicely tell us. So let's put out of the back box. Is this thing front wheel drive? I don't know if that's logical or not, but it's what we're going with. This job will pay however much it pays. Not very well. Same as before. But if we park well this time, yeah, they'll be a little more generous with us. Where am I picking this up from? The crane? I know what a crane is. I can get there myself. Let's see if the van's gonna tolerate this. It's in such wonderful shape. I wish someone would close that door for me. If I could catch it on something without wrecking the rest of the van. Let's see them tires drop. Down it goes. How far? Somebody knows. It actually looks acceptable. It's certainly better than it was. This thing would be much more capable if we didn't have the, I don't know what you call it, the armored car body on it. Maybe we should just go do jobs for the bank. The reason you might do soil is these places may not want as much fertilizer. We'll drive to the forest house over there. We might have to go to multiple delivery locations. But yeah, if they want more soil than they want fertilizer, then that would be why this pays better. It's not a well-paying job, I don't think. No, I know it's not. I feel like this kind of work, it's fine if you're pulling a big trailer. You can just load full of stuff. But it's not really a proper use of a cargo van. Putting in dirt boxes, like it's literally like that video on YouTube of someone who had someone fill the back of their SUV with concrete. Yeah, I don't know, it's not a junkyard. I forgot where he was at, like a quarry or whatever. They were like, dude, you're gonna just destroy your car if we put the concrete in it. And they were telling him over and over and over, and he's just do it. Like they're like, all right. Yeah, like a tarp in the back. He's like, just pour the concrete in here. My bro's just gonna like stir it as I drive home. I mean, it's got to be a prank video, because yeah, his suspension just bottomed out as they loaded concrete into it. And then it solidified in the back. Car totaled. Well done. So, It is funny, people will tell you you're doing something dumb. Some people will not let you do it, and others will eventually give in and be like, all right, learn it the hard way. And then other people are going to be like, this guy about to do something dumb. Let's let him do it. Laugh. I feel your average dude who's working like construction, concrete, those types of jobs is gonna be the guy who warns you. People like that, I feel like they wait in to show off some expertise. Like, how often is someone like, "Hey, I need your knowledge about concrete and rocks"? Like, you mean could have made that guy's day if you were like, "Oh yeah, you're right." I just had to do the prank video. I want to go left, so my GPS not working. Whatever. I know what I'm doing. I'm still finding a way to sneak some psych in there, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I had another, not technical topic, but another grounded topic. I don't know what you want to call it. Forza Horizon 6 just came out. I'm not fully committed to an opinion right now. I mean, there's always a possibility I'll grab a month of Game Pass and check it out. But not feeling it. I didn't expect that I was going to, but the graphics are nice at times. I was like, all right, there might be something there for me. The reason I don't think I'm into it, it's two reasons that overlap. Maybe three, but they're all kind of the same thing from different perspectives. One is all the cars in the game, or at least all is not the right word. Most of the cars are like high-end sport performance trims of cars. It's like, all right, like, yeah, you can tune it up quite a lot, make it crazier, but you already got a performance car. It's like I'd rather start with non-performance cars, even just drive around basic like comfort cars. Like trims interest me more. Second thing, like the game's got the graphics, it's got the atmosphere, like cruising around, chilling, trying to relax. I'd do it. Unfortunately, there's AI drivatars racing all over the map like madmen. It's like, and I know from I played Horizon 3, a decade back. It's like I know how it goes. Like you trying to relax, and those cars either going to hit you or just go right past you, close miss. Like it kills the relaxing mood. Like you don't want no adrenaline spikes when I'm just trying to cruise out in the rain and. Yeah, I don't need no loud engines blowing by my ear, And the third thing is, well, it's not as bad about it as Horizon 5. The roads are way too big and wide. Like, the game map is clearly designed to be driven at 100 plus miles an hour. So if you're driving slow, it's just going to bother you how unproportional everything is. Just, your form is not following the function, like it's meant to be driven fast. Yeah, a lot of green cars on the road today. So, I mean, yeah, that's all basically just me saying that I don't like racing games, but I like driving games. And oddly, the driving game genre seems to be much newer and have much less content than the racing game genre. Yeah. But I don't know. Would I enjoy it anyway? I mean, I only enjoy SnowRunner when I'm playing co-op. It's very isolating playing it alone. I don't know if that's because it's like off-road driving and there's no, like, at least semblance of life in the world. I don't know what it is. I feel that I could tolerate Forza better than playing SnowRunner alone. It's just not paying for that. Oh, come on, you're not going to reward my parking? Whatever, at least you wanted all of it, right? I wasn't actually paying attention, but I think they did. Should we go see how much damage we've done? I think we better. Yeah, so I mean that's good for the controller fun. You know, I'm not about to be buying Forza. There are some other things I want to buy. I think DLC for Rogue Trader, however, considering I don't even have like an active playthrough of that right now. Got like 14, 15 hours in for the channel, but I'm not really feeling like continuing that character. I don't really need to buy that. Got the new Age of Wonders season DLC. The final content for that's coming out before this video goes live. But you know, I'm finishing up a Humankind playthrough right now, and I don't know when I'm swinging back to that, so that's not really critical. There's some other walking story games I'm into, but it hasn't been going on sale, so I don't know. Sit out that one for a while, probably. What's that bumper sticker say? I don't think I can catch the school bus. I don't even have cargo in this thing. Oh, that sucks. Well, this is why we kept the other engine and transmission. This van with just the bulked up bank body is crap to drive. No. I'm remembering that the fuel gauge was running low. Need to do something about that. Is everybody moving their ladder today? What's the deal with that? Man, I got such a wacky ass build on this thing. Should we make it rear wheel drive? What do you think? Would that help? When I was doing my testing different configs going up the hill in Utah with cargo, the drivetrain didn't actually matter. In theory, rear wheel drive going to be better with cargo or going up hills, but I don't know. I think I just had cargo that was too heavy when I was doing that, so just everything sucked. I didn't really get a proper comparison. Or Beam's just not going to show off that level of realism. I don't know. I mean, it certainly mattered when I put in the dumb fast engines, because it's like, yeah, at that point you get the oversteer understeer because you actually have enough performance to overwhelm the vehicle. Like, insurance payment. Great. There goes all the money we've earned today. The little guy never breaks, or never does any better than breaking even. The corporation only get their payment. You know what? I'm glad I damaged it. You know, I'm gonna get money back out of them. And then they'll just raise my premium. Yeah, no guy never wins. Yeah. I don't really know what we expected, to be honest. We knew we made a dumb build. Fortunately, I find it funny that we're losing money, so again, it's not much of a disincentive. And hey, I mean, I'll tell you my psych stuff. I'm not trying to teach myself not to be dumb. You know, it's fun being dumb and experimental. I'm not gonna change that. Oh, there's dude in the driveway. I take that. How can we get dude out of driveway? That's what I want to know. Yeah, the gas warning light's on. Oh, well, we'll get to it. We did a lot of damage. Yeah, it's always 24,000, isn't it? Oh. Driver score, no. No, no. You know. If we're going to be doing some delivery work in the city, maybe we should be buying a garage in the city. But I don't know. Let's just browse this for the moment. Yeah, stick drift. I see you. I see you. Thing is, I don't know why it keeps moving. At this point, the right stick just scrolls the menu. That's what throws me off. Alright, let's test some. Like, I can look around when I'm in this. As soon as I hit vehicle marketplace, it controls or changes what the stick does. So if I'm holding it down, open the menu. Well, now it's letting me look around while I'm in here. So I'm double confused. Inconsistent. I swear this was just scrolling. Like, really? This game and this controller, all of it, it's going to drive me crazy. Yeah. Well, at least diesel vehicles are niche, so it's not like a ton of them to browse through. But as we learned in the other episode, there's 10, half the dealerships don't show up in here. 10 of them? It's that bad? Including the commercial commercial vehicles. Custom cars. Service dealership. So the ones that would have diesel vehicles don't show on this. That's very irritating. I really doubt the Julia Sprint is a diesel. See, there's something that you could load the boxes fully. I don't think that truck would complain. B series. You probably back in the garage now, yeah? Yeah, there you are. I think we bulk the suspension. So at that point, there isn't like a real life website we can look at to get any kind of guess as to what this is capable of, but whatever. I mean, is cash and coins are heavy, right? Probably. Do we need to go all the way up to the ultra duty though? Probably. You're not raising the back of that truck over there, are you? So if we were going to do all that, we'd have to put the dualies on this thing, so maybe don't go that crazy. Don't want to be upgrading the tires and everything too. That's a lot of effort. Let's just leave a lot of it alone. Paint's cheap enough, I don't care. There. Do we put back in the better engine or the better transmission? Let's do the transmission. Let's see how big of a difference that makes. Oh, I really didn't want that lifted more. Oh well, you don't always get what you want. Where that bank at? Bus driver mission. So every time I open this map, I find something new, like this auction. It took us so long to see that. So the bank says 0 items, but the phone says they do have items. So I don't know who's lying, but someone is. Wouldn't mind buying one of the garages. You could always just get the Chinatown one. Gasoline gonna be a problem. Let's keep an eye out for gas stations. Yeah. Look, we even got the warning light in here. This thing's much happier with this transmission. So why is that? Oh. It's getting a bit squirrely. Yeah, why does this accelerate so much faster with this transmission, huh? Or it seemed like it was. I mean, I guess the fact that the transmission's almost completely tuned for like under 60, it gives you a ton of gears in a small range of speeds. Which will be better once we get all the cargo in here. First gear, struggling. We struggling. You don't even have cargo in it yet. I don't know one would ever have this type of trim with this engine, so it makes sense. Speaking of sense, we're about to be picking up boxes full of pennies. And then we can hit up that gas station over there. I never go to that one. Let's hope it's got prices. I cannot tell what gear I'm in, even just looking at the shifter. That's unfortunate. And the shifter actually animates properly with this one. With the super transmission, it was acting funny. I don't know if you caught that. Oh, I'm over revving it. Be mindful of that. This city is not nice for any manual transmissions. With these hills. And I'm not even using the clutch. That would just make it worse if I had an actual clutch. Shift back down. Brake for the light. Excuse me. How that bus pivot? Hey! Dude. Hey, don't creep up more. What an asshole. It's a lot of cash. Oh, that's not good. Level. Oh. Well, nobody told me that. I mean, if I was able to pick it up, can you at least tell me how much I could have fit in here? I guess not. A cache-capable container. That sounds like something specific, not just the aggregate box. Okay. It's also very heavy. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. So why is there this bank thing available on the van? But it's just not the right vehicle at all for the job. Don't go on the highway. How do we get over there? Thank you. Let's coast down this hill. We run it low on the gas. Guess we're running this red light. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to do with the materials and all that stuff now. Like, we got the wrong boxes. Can't do any regular cargo missions with these things. Yeah, where the diesel pumps at? Any of them. That's nice. Where my fuel cap at? Not that it matters. Do we even have one? I don't know. It's on there somewhere. Maybe it's somewhere niche. Like, in the front. I'll just assume the mod didn't put one. But they probably did. And I just don't know. How much is this going to cost? Why can't you just pump fuel? There you go. We've never fueled the van before, so at least that's not the cost just for today, right? Oh. Let's get 500 in there. That's fine. I don't need to fill the damn thing. I'm gonna be stingy about it. Now we're in the red today. No. What kind of materials you got? Water. I can't do anything with that. Oh, unless I want to go to the island. And then I guess we're... Oh, hazardous fluid. Oh, no. We're going to be the moron with the cement, aren't we? Oh, no. I really don't want to go to the island. How about the quarry? Could be the moron with the sand instead. Or the gravel or something. I'm sure we could figure something out. Let's get our ass over to that quarry. The cement guy might want something delivered to the quarry, though, so we should at least look. Looking can't hurt. I say that. Let's find out. But yeah, if we put weight in this thing, we should really have the dually tires. Like, what can I do that's actually useful for this thing? I mean, I guess if I did put on one of the big aftermarket engines, then it would be capable. But I don't wanna. And even the 3.2 diesel, I'm sure, could handle a lot better. Deliveries. Load it full of all the cement we want. Is that guy in my blind spot? Kind of. It's fine. Oh, we're going downhill. Don't over rev the engine. Let's get it right this time. This thing's really just a Frankenstein's monster of capable and incapable. Instead of going circles around the parking lot, why don't I just go right over here, huh? Thank you. I didn't see any one-way signs. I didn't look, and I didn't see them, so good to go. Oh, I'm not high enough level to make that mistake. And you would want to go to the quarry with it, so I would have done it. Yeah. They saved me from being dumb. The question is, would have I gotten away with it? Or would have I done more damage to the truck than I know what to do with? And not have earned any money. I'm in neutral. Let's put this thing in caged mode. Oh, there's the one-way sign. Well, too late. I wouldn't mind doing car jockey missions. Just what a waste to use the cargo van just to car jockey. I don't know. Cross country. I guess let me check how long I've been recording. 2 hours. Wow. Like all of my episodes, we haven't accomplished a damn thing today. We haven't even played any AI. Damn it. I don't got any inspiration at the moment either. Could have it write something about stick drift. I don't know about that one. Can transmissions develop stick drift? It's like they just continuously slip back into one of the gears. I know transmissions can like lose gears where it can't go into that gear, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone say about their thing. Actually, no, I have heard people say about the vehicle slipping into neutral or slipping into reverse. Why did it tell me to go that way? That's not the right way, is it? I mean, I guess it is. So they can slip gears. I know it. I don't know how that's possible, but I don't know. A lot of things can happen if torque goes somewhere it's not supposed to go, I suppose. It's like torque steer, but it's steering the transmission. Am I taking this right? And I guess we are now. Is that the right way? Oh. Dough. Well, we're going to get some highway miles in today. I need my arrows on the ground, man. I can't drive without GPS. Without really obtrusive GPS, too. I don't know which way it told me to go, so we're going this way. Crossing our fingers. Oh. This road actually a little bit busy. I feel like we're going the wrong way. As much as it is humanly possible. Because now we're just back over by the house again, aren't we? This map isn't even big. It's only like, what, 1 square mile, 2 square mile? Like, I can't even navigate that. I'm not stopping. Make me. There's no cops on the road today. Would have seen them in our 2 hours. So there was no way to get rid of that stupid sun like blocker that just reflects the damn sun that's coming in the windshield in your eye. It's not even useful. It's like, dough. What gear are we in? Third. Why is my headlight on? And everything coming up, dough. If I got a dog, it would be a Doberman. What's with the love seat over here? Is that telling me to go straight or go right? He literally just popped up an arrow saying to turn around. Oh, come on, man. I don't know what way you want me to go no more. I'm lost. No, that's going back to the house again. We're gonna just turn it around. I don't know when we went neutral, but we were back at neutral. Oh, no, 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 no. awkward. Now I want to know what's up there, but I'm not going up there with this. I mean, I guess I could have got out and gone off foot. See, the arrow was not pointing this way. I thought it was pointing the other way. So it's like there were 3 ways to go, and I was gonna like try to split up and go both of the wrong ways at the same time. And what way's that arrow pointing? Is that left? I guess. I sure hope so. What the hell's Beam asking for my firewall access? What the hell? Get off my screen. Let me drive. Why is Beam suddenly, like, triggering the antivirus? I gave it permission, so... Oh, that was the right call. Oh. Just layers of dumb going on now. Oh. Wonder if that made it onto the video. Why are we squealing the wheels? Oh, hello. I guess we found the limit of the tires. Maybe it's the caged mode that's allowed us to get there. Oh yeah, my hand's going numb again. You know, just reminded me I could have a lighter controller. All I need to do is get a USB cable and pull the batteries out, or you can just spend some money and then also do the same thing. Well, we're not going up there. Oh, I don't want to go down there though. I mean, there's a rally stage. I mean, what is the track for that actually? Wow, we get like $300. Sure, why not? Not like I had anything better going on. Hopefully I'll have medical news in some of my next videos too. I mean, we got like perfect alignment of factors right now. My records are with the top cervical spine surgeon in the world, according to AI, one of the top 2 in the country, according to the doctor himself. He's a little more modest about it, I guess. Speaking of modest, we're gonna go a long way. Uh-oh. Yeah, and the other factors are I have a national organization for people with genetic disabilities that aren't finding access to health care, has sent a letter of advocacy, as well as one of the federal congressmen here. Basically like, yeah, our state has not accomplished a damn thing providing emergency health care, not in years, so it's warranted that I get to go to the celebrity doctor. I mean, I even went to a different celebrity doctor years ago. He accomplished nothing. But he diagnosed me. It's not nothing, actually. But I'm pissed because he dumped me out of the hospital, and I'm being dumped out of the quarry. That wasn't part of the plan. I thought this was just going to be a short quarry. Oh, this better not lead me all the way back to my house. Oh. But yeah, I got proper advocacy that people are going to pay attention to. You know, federal government, national organization. I got diagnostics from a different celebrity doctor, and an Ivy League hospital saying I need higher level care. So It feels like the perfect storm of things. And this guy happens to be licensed in my state. So that gets around the logistics issue of my state blocking any doctors without said license from doing telehealth. This is going all the way back to the damn house, isn't it? Oh, why am I doing the stupid race car stuff with this van? It's not even going to pay me well. Oh. So, yeah, if, like, the world's best doctor says I'm unfixable, that's a bad situation. Seeing the patients he has fixed before, saying there's no reason for me to be negative. Just saying it as an acknowledgement that I'm not, like, so delusional to take anything for granted, I suppose. So, just delusional enough to be like, there's no real reason I'm not fixable. I understand no one else with this seems to be getting any help, but they're not as stubborn as I am, like... I feel like I'm having the right level of delusion. No, what? That way. I wanted to be at the quarry. And this seems to be heading to the island now. Stupid race. Can at least loop back to the quarry, because that would be cool. I'm not even really treating this like a race. I mean, this vehicle don't even go fast or anything. Just... Come on, now where? Oh, cool, I fished $200. That's a scam. Yeah, at least there's another race right here. Oh, what do you mean I exited the staging zone? No. You lie. No. Come on, there's gotta be like a really cheap way of getting over there. There is. I see it. Yeah, I just did a fast turn in a slow van. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm hoping my medical stuff just, like, taken care of now. Where am I even going? Come on, man. That's not the right way. I mean, if the videos stop going up, means something's going on. Hopefully making progress this time. I mean, it's happened before where I've been hospitalized, not solved the emergency. They just get pissed off that my case is difficult and dump me home. There's no social contract left in America when the most basic civil rights laws are just thrown out. Do your duty and be a bad citizen. That's what I say. You respect an estate, they don't respect you. I mean, you can't break the law and get away with it. It's a two-tier justice system, but anything that's not illegal that makes it's more expensive to rule. That GPS is confusing me. Oh. We didn't even make it to the job, and we've already done more damage than it's ever going to pay. That $200 certainly ain't covering that. I do not understand this GPS at all. I don't want to drive the whole track either. Where even am I? Come on, let me out of here. No more damage. No. I mean, it's lifted. I shouldn't take any damage from being off-road. Yeah, that's the other thing with replacing this controller. It's like, should I even freaking bother? Like, I should bother. No, like, seriously, like, I'm not intending to bring a controller with me to the hospital. Like when I'm back home in a month, that's bad. That means I was literally just hospitalized and bled for money without getting treatment. If I actually get the help I need, like, I don't know how long I'll be in the hospital, but they're going to be a very long physical and cognitive rehab after surgery. Like, yeah, I'm here. I know I need to go left. At this point, the laptop that I bought in preparation for the rehab is like 5 years old. It's ridiculous. I'm just telling myself the games I intended to play at the hospital haven't changed. The laptop isn't getting slower just because it's older. I do not want to turn there, be near those guys. So it's like, alright, whatever. The laptop's obsolete. Get over it. Like, don't have the effort to deal with basically decommissioning it to sell it and then setting up a new one. Why is my back bumper trying to fall off? Where did that tail light go? Why am I at the red line? Oh. Man. I'm playing Dumb and Dumber over here, but I'm like both of the characters at the same time. Oh. But yeah, I mean, it's frustrating that there's not like something I can actively do with the medical situation because focusing on other things feels like I'm being irresponsible. But it's what's gonna lead to the best outcome. Because I mean, like, realistically, what would I do? Like, incessantly email the practice? That's not gonna accomplish what I want it to. I mean, if I knew how to use social media, there's a lot I could do with that. I've had people offer before to help me set up like a petition. People who are familiar with that kind of thing for helping people out who've been refused health care. I don't know. Learning social media is overwhelming right now. It's not as much learning. I'm not awake enough hours a day to respond to everyone, so I'll just get bombarded by negative people and not be able to recapture the narrative, I suppose would be how you say it. Already had that problem with Reddit. We made it. Alright. Anything here pay anything well? And that doesn't look like a well-paying job, now does it? Gravel kind of heavy. I don't know where the overpass site is. Come on, man. You gotta tell me that. So ideally, we want to be moving the soil or the sand or the lime. The lime's the least offensive, but that's the furthest drive. We can take the suburbs jobs. That's not so bad. Doesn't weigh that much. What do you mean no space? I actually have a lot of space. What? So what, is that just like fully claim one of the boxes? That's annoying. I guess we're not gonna do that. I'm not driving that far, so I guess we're taking the other. Oh. Just give me the sand. Call me the sand man in the sand van. Do I even want to know how much that's weighing? 3.5 times 1600. I know we overload this thing. 3.53 times 1600. Oh, 5,600 pounds. Dumb. Yeah, I don't feel like making AI music today. So you know there's something wrong, huh? Yeah, I've just been demotivated today. Uh-oh. This thing hasn't bounced like that before. It's not a good situation. Oh, the overpass is over in the city. I don't want the city. We'll go here. It's a nice new location. It's near the house. We're going to have some repairing to be doing. I mean, we know how to lower this thing. You know, make it more sporty. I don't think the heavy-duty suspension saved us. Let's not go on the highway. This thing's already got a lean to it. Oh. No, this sketch. Yeah, I mean, I recorded the episode of Humankind today, too, so it's not a bad day as far as what passes for productivity goes. It means I've been up. Well, I've been engaged in games for like 5-6 hours today. That's really good for me. Unfortunately, it's not just the cognitive and energy. It's, like I said, it's been motivation today. Motivation issues are very rare for me. Why do I have to go? Oh no! Where did he come from? Get off me. No, that's gonna cost. Stupid speeding Bentley. The bus crashed into him too, and then it's disappeared. Yeah, I don't almost ever get motivation problems, so I don't know. I've been thinking I was sick with like a cold or something, but it's usually hard for me to tell. Something's up. Why do I feel like the tires are gonna pop every time I go around a corner? This thing is just so weighted down right now. And there isn't a good gear for the transmission. And we still got the weak engine. I think we still got the weak engine. Like, look, that thing almost looks flat. This is where we'd want the dualies. Does that actually go up on two wheels when I corner? I feel like, this suspension's pretty heavy duty, but it could be heavier duty, Like, the front is the problem, actually. The front's weighed down. Huh. The back isn't terrible. The tires look strained. The suspension, not so bad. I'm doing a little wibble, trying to... Oh, look at that tire. It goes right down to the rim. That's no good. Yeah, so if it had dualies, the back of the truck could sustain this. The front, not happy. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, we're not about to tip over, are we? That's a good screenshot. I don't want to hit the unpause button. How is that tire now flat? It saved it. It pulled back from them. That is the sketchiest thing I've seen in a long time. And I've seen myself game every time I game. Like, even when I'm not recording. Like, I see everything that I do, There's a lot of sketch. What do you rank the chances that the suspension will actually pop back up once we get this out of here? Like, I've got a bad feeling this little drive might have done some permanent damage. Maybe it's time to just make this a regular delivery van. Enjoy your sand. Oh, pop. I mean, paid. Suspension is actually fine. So am I supposed to feel bad about it? I don't know. I'm just gonna scoot myself back over here and take the short way. I mean, I've invested so much in this van, but as I said, I'm feeling like it's getting to the end of its usefulness. But maybe it's just me misusing it. There's always someone in my driveway. I'm like Mr. Popular over here. What's the damage? I made 800. No, I made like $1,000. Because we did this stupid race. $24,000. Yeah, of course it is. It's always $24,000. There we go. Money's gone. I bet we're back to 154. No, we're even worse. Well, I mean, we can sell some of the dumb that we've made. Yeah, we're not gonna pull those back off. I think we put this engine back in. That seems like a wise move. We'll keep the cargo boxes, but what I'm actually curious about is liquids. Materials was just wrong. Weighs too much. But liquids. 1.25 by 1600. By 1600 is... Now that's not bad. That's only 2,000 pounds. That is much more manageable. That's kilograms, though. Oh. We almost did a dumb. That's a lot heavier now. No. No, that's 4,400 pounds. No. It's within the realm of doable. It's not smart. It doesn't even pay well. Is there really any reason to be running around moving 2 boxes of water? I mean, the trucks that are meant to really be hauling this stuff can fit a lot more. It doesn't seem like a proper use of the vehicle. I haven't tried the ash. That might be a better use of the thing. See, it's a 0.9 kg. It's about 2 pounds. What is this? Turn out as 3,100 pounds if we fully load it full of ash. That's actually... Well, it wouldn't be stupid if we didn't have the bank thing on the back. But we do. We very much do have the bank thing on the back. And it just doesn't pay. It's interesting because the stuff at the Utah map paid so much better. I'm wondering if that was on purpose or if they just hadn't gotten around to changing the prices over there. The lime pays well, but it's not dumb weight. I mean, driving out to the quarry, driving into the city, I mean... As we can calculate what the price would be. It's always going to be around 800, huh? So if it's 0.5 and we have 2 boxes, we just assume... Well, I don't know how to explain the logic there, but if you... Yeah, I don't know. But that'd be around 800 per trip. Which sounds crap. If we were just doing parcels like this van is really meant for, what would we be getting? I think we have 128 slots per box, if not more. No clue what that weighs. We can't move those anyway. The van would be a lot happier with us. Huh. But there isn't really anywhere that needs parcels moved over by this house. Not that we can do at our level. A bunch of little stuff. I kind of have just an unfortunate mix of things here. It's like nothing really pays well. Use some of the driving jobs. Doesn't really pay well either. If you want to grind out money, you really got to go to the other map before they get around to changing the prices. Medium interior parts. It's like it pays crap. I mean, you kidding me? Like 64 slots and it pays $11. How are you supposed to be making money? Nothing pays well. So if we did want to do the water, what did that one paying in? Like, I'm not closer to seal brick than I am hot rolled, am I? Doesn't make sense. It weighs too much though. Yeah. I think we need to just put the cargo boxes back in the van and accept that it's a cargo van. And we'll watch the price. When the market goes high, maybe we sell it. Do something else. I'm not gonna bother customizing the rims or anything right now. We might put more air in the tires. That feels like a good idea. Other than that, there you go. Put those back in there. We can't like sneak another box onto the passenger seat, can we? I don't think so. Stop creeping into the road. How much PSI should we put on the tires? 35? Is that dumb? I don't know. I have no reference for what's sensible. You can have the other engine back. There. And we can go sell. I'm sure I put more than 2 miles on that, but okay. Does that count as making money that we sold stuff that was sitting in the garage? Let's say yes. Why is there something marked? Don't remember that I was planning to go anywhere. I think we should just go over to the commercial area. Maybe that'll be where we call the episode, you know. Like, commercial break. I like how this van ain't even available in front-wheel drive in America. Yet here we are. Got that rare front-wheel drive Ford. I need to be eating dinner. It's the middle of the damn night, and it's headed toward the morning. Do I have enough performance to pass this old Cadillac? Yeah, just barely. If I don't drive off the road. I will take... I'll take that turn, fine. What does this house cost? Curious. I'm more curious if the van and so on can even fit in there. It's a terrible spot for a tree. Yeah, you can fit commercial vehicles and trailers and stuff in here. It'd be awfully hard to connect a trailer with that tree there, but this house is reasonable. What does it cost? Vehicle capacity 3, parking spots 4. How does that work? Huh. Oh, you can make an offer? The seller's patience is already low. Oh. I guess they can just accept offers. We want to move over here. Price. Can't negotiate again, huh? It'd be a real change of pace going over here instead of that neighborhood. Does that 12 payments mean payment every 5 minutes? Why have they not fixed that? Would you stop looking up? It's obscene. There's no way to make $160,000 in an hour, like, or 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, yeah, I can sell the other house for more money, but yeah, we'll just make an offer again at some other time. He was way too willing to accept that. She cut down that tree. We might have something to talk about. That house is technically, as far as gameplay mechanics go, just a straight upgrade to the other one, and it costs a lot less. So we could move there and make a whole bunch of money. But it's also because we started with the expensive house. It's not really cheating, but we aren't doing like a rags to riches thing here by any measure. We're doing the opposite. Riches to rags. Yeah, that stick drift is really creeping up on my patience. Oh, that's gonna have to be the title of this episode. It's something about the stick drift. Dough. It's not a very entertaining thing. Whatever. It's just been a chill episode. You know, we gotta have those every so often, don't we? Oh, there's the liquid truck. I don't know. We could borrow some of those trucks to do jobs. They take 65% of the earnings. You gonna give me some idea how much that can haul? Well, you're not even gonna let me do anything here. That's that won't even pay well. Yeah, I mean, I feel like doing logistics work with these cargo vans doesn't pay crap. It's just not a big enough vehicle to make money. Where's the parking lot with the jobs? All the way over there. You don't even have very many parcels. It looks like it pays well for hauling bolts and screws till you realize how far it's going. There we go, stick drifting again. It's the only drifting I can do in Beam. All the logistics spots are supposed to be over here. Yeah, well. We'll call it. Dude, that's a nice car. Call it here, and you can check out the commercial Dior here next episode. Maybe trade in the van. I don't know. Let's look at the inventory before we call it, just for the hell of it. Go check now. This episode better not be more than another 5 minutes. Hey, get me in there. Just gotta recognize that whatever's in here will likely show up again next time. There's nothing too niche in here. Overpriced trucks. Like, let's load this and just look at it for a second. Just a second. I'm honestly just curious, like, horsepower wise, it's only double the power. But it definitely looks like it can haul a lot more. Where'd my voice go? Ridiculous. If we just step into it. Nah, that's got 600 torque. That's more than double what we're working with. This thing pretty mad heavy though. Like, maybe we'll be able to steal something like this next episode and go do some missions. Make some free money. Gotta be a truck thief. Alright. Now we'll save here. I didn't earn any more freebies. Yeah, well. Till next time. Kevin without Wade and me. Stick drifting under the truck yet again.